What it is, I don't like Mother's Day. So don't tell me happy fucking Mother's Day ever again in your fucking life. It's 5:39 p.m. on Sunday, May 10th. It's Mother's Day. And my daughter still ain't tell me happy Mother's Day. My mother's dead. And I'm a single mother. People assume that Mother's Day is just a beautiful day because you're a mother. And that's not true. And that's not true for me. And that hasn't been my motherhood experience. Why I hate Mother's Day as a mother. I just listed the top 3 reasons. And I sit here and I responded to one of my cousin's text messages because his mother just died. And I feel that I owe him that. And with everybody else, nobody wants to understand what I go through and how I don't get celebrated. Thanks for thinking about me, but it's not the same. And it's not coming from a place of envy or jealousy when I see other people get celebrated. It just comes from a place of not. When you're a single mother, and when you're a single mother of a child whose father is not in the picture, whose father hates your fucking guts, whose father doesn't give a fuck whether you or the child live or die, that's different than other single mothers. For me, every Mother's Day has been worry about your grandmother, worry about your mom. And honestly, my mother didn't like none of these holidays. And I understand why she didn't like these holidays, because she catered to other people and she didn't really say no. And she wanted her kids to be around their grandmother and participate in all the things while not getting a chance to rest or be catered to herself. And that's also how I feel. I remember a particular Mother's Day where I'm at my grandmother's house and my aunt is asking me where's her gift, because she's a mother figure, an aunt, and also a mother. And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you asking me for anything for? You have a husband. You have kids. You're being celebrated by your mother. And I used to tell my mother I didn't want nothing. And I used to tell my own mother I didn't want nothing because she catered to so many fucking people. And she poured into so many people. And everybody knows, like, my birthday is the big day, you know, that I care about. But when it comes to Mother's Day, I don't get that. Still, again, I waited around all day. Now, I did tell my daughter I wanted my day to myself because I already knew what was coming with this shit. She's 15. I didn't get a card. I didn't get a gift. She didn't ask anybody to take her anywhere, to do anything, to be thoughtful for me. So that's like also a double-edged sword where it comes in, it's like, damn, I look out for you all the time. And not that as a parent you do things to get stuff back from your children, but you would think the one day for the one person, I would at least be told Happy Mother's Day. I saw something earlier on social media where this little boy, he couldn't have been no more than like 6 or 7 years old. like laid out this cute spread. He wrote Happy Mother's Day, cut out the letters, put it on the steps, and like had a little trail of, I don't know what design it was, that led to his mother's gifts. And he was able to coordinate that with somebody in the family. And I sit here and I think, I didn't raise my daughter to be selfish like this. I didn't raise my daughter not to be considerate. And again, you would think the one day that celebrates the person that does everything for you. Like even today, I had to, if you're watching this and you got a text or a call, I woke up this morning before I left out and I said, call all the mothers and text, well, I said call everybody and say Happy Mother's Day. I run errands just to be out the fucking house. For maybe 3, almost 4 hours, probably 3.5 hours. And I get in and she still hadn't done it. So now I gotta be on your ass because you haven't reached out to the women in my family that make sure that you're good, that call and check on you, that show up for you because of me. And it's hard to be vulnerable in this state because everybody thinks that I have it together. Everybody thinks that I have everything figured out and I don't. And that's also what be fucking me up. And it's like, my mother always taught me, you show up looking your best no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Nobody needs to know what's going on behind the scenes. You show up. She was always like, I remember she always talked about this one pair of jeans that she had growing up and how much she would wash those jeans. And if y'all know my mother, how much she would starch those jeans and crease those jeans. And she was like, it didn't matter what I didn't have. It mattered how I showed up. My mother died December 21st, 2021. And 2025 was the first year that I responded to, in my opinion, Mother's Day text, but I didn't like it. I didn't want to. I know everybody goes through whatever they go through. But the shit that I've been through since my mother died, and I can't even imagine what it was like for Mother's Day for her, for dealing with some sorry ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because men back then were taught to quote unquote provide and did whatever they wanted to do. And it's Mother's Day. Why don't you want to be with your kids? Because I'm with these motherfuckers every fucking day in and day out, even married as the primary parent, right? So I always made it my point to celebrate my mother, especially on her birthday. She didn't like celebrating those things, y'all. My mom died in December 21. In April 22, somebody said to me, they called me on the phone and they're like, hey, what's going on? I got something I need you to do for me. And I'm like, okay, like, what's up? And they're like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I'm just sad. Today's just not a good day. They're like, what's going on? I was like, my mother's fucking dead. My mother's fucking dead. And they go, you still ain't get over that yet? And that's when I knew that nobody, even if their mother was dead, and this person's mother was dead, but they also got to witness their mother stay alive to 93. Losing my mother unexpectedly is not the same as losing your mother and knowingly your mother having a full life. I feel like although my mother wasn't perfect, although she went through the things that she went through, it was handed, the life that she was handed, that she did a good job with me. I want to read. I'm gonna read something to y'all. Just a small excerpt of something my mother wrote to me. Like, I put my glasses on, but y'all can clearly see I'm crying. I'm angry right now. Because I got somebody in my house that didn't even say Happy Mother's Day. I got somebody in my house that wasn't even considerate enough to handwrite anything on a sheet of paper, knowing what today was. And then when I got back in, I made her call and text everybody in front of me, because you're not going to do my people like that. And knowing what today is, still, being left alone and being acknowledged are two different things. So when I make posts that say, don't text me Happy Mother's Day, don't acknowledge me on Mother's Day, I've been saying this at least for 5 years. I never truly expressed these feelings before my mom died, because it would just be, let's take Grandma Charlotte some coffee, let's take her, let's take her out to eat. And I'm not saying that my pain is greater than anybody else's. There are a lot of mothers out here that have lost their children. There are a lot of mothers out here that don't have their mothers like me. But I think it hits different when you got that combination that I had. None of this was meant to be shared, but I'm going to share an excerpt just so y'all fucking understand, because I know that y'all don't. And shout out to my mother for raising me the way that she did. Critical thinking skills. Critical thinking skills. She said, I did the best I knew how. You didn't always have a fair shot, and sometimes got the short end of the stick, but you were never loved less. That part allows me, that part hurts. This was actually, when did she write this? This was, when we turned 30 and 50, we're 20 years apart. So when she turned 50, I took her to the Bahamas, and this was like a thank you card for that. And, that card, everything else that's written in the card, it's a lot written in the card, but that part helps me get through, because nigga, if you was there, and you know. But this is so tacky, but it was the closest thing. And I'm not gonna do this over. This is raw. This is genuine. But I don't like Mother's Day. I hate Mother's Day. And this is not saying I want anybody to do anything for me for Mother's Day, because in my opinion, if you wanted that to happen before this video, then it would have happened. I'm 15 years into the game. It wasn't gonna happen. Fuck them texts. I don't give a fuck about them texts. I don't. When they ask me, my love language is dead ass like acts of service. Show me. Your mouth can say a lot of things, but show me. And even without my child having money, a job, resources, just still the act of, right? Like I said, you didn't say anything out your mouth all day. But I'm expected. I'm just expected. I'm tired, y'all. It's a lot of shit going on that y'all don't know about. And it's no excuses. It's just what it is. I don't like Mother's Day. So don't tell me happy fucking Mother's Day ever again in your fucking life. That's really just how I feel. I can't put it in a nicer way, because when I tell y'all that, everybody act like they don't understand it. There's people that still say happy Mother's Day under that post. My lashes in my eye. There's people who still said, I'm still gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just, I don't feel that this is one for me. I hate it. And I don't know how much more clear I can make that. Like, I show up online all the time for y'all. Doing whatever I do for social media, you know. If you know what I want to do with it, you know what I want to do with it. I'm not a skits person. I'm not a comedy person. But today was not performative. Today was honest, raw, real, and this is just the way I feel. And I think that I have to post this because y'all don't fucking get it. Y'all don't understand what it's like to be all of those things. First, a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying anything. You're still expected to show up for all the women in your family that came before you and that helped take care of you. And then you're expected to show up as a mom, all the performativeness, and we've got to take pictures, and we got to go to brunch, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. All that shit come out of my pocket, a single person's pocket. As long as y'all have known me, I've been single, right? And that's a double-edged sword, and it's some things, if y'all know, I swore I wasn't gonna put my kid through the shit that Ernest put us through. So I held off on a lot of things in my personal life. And I wasn't going to have a rotating door of niggas in my daughter's life. And so that's why I don't have a partner to celebrate me. But at the same time, nothing that anybody ever put together genuinely included me. Y'all don't have to call me after this. Y'all don't have to text me after this. These are just my true feelings about why I hate Mother's Day as a mother. I don't have one. I'm not appreciated. It's a lot of things that go into this. And I don't blame anybody. It's my life, my choices, right? But when people say, don't tell them Happy Mother's Day, or they don't want to be a part of anything, or they're sad. You know how many people in my family still have their fucking mothers? You know how many, and I don't have anybody else. That was it. Nobody else held me down, or is holding me down, or is helping me do anything to the level that my mother would have did it. Just makes me sad. She got to see Megan graduate, Lexi graduate, Taylor graduate, Erica graduate, and then when it was my turn, she died. Graduation is always Mother's Day weekend, so that plays a part in my sadness as well. She didn't get to see it, and I'm the oldest out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all hear me. I hope y'all feel me. Again, don't text me after this. Just understand where I'm coming from. Just understand where I'm coming from. It's not a great day for me.